Today I was reminded of a lot of things as it pertains to this thing we call life. How precious it is, how short it can be, how amazing it can be. Today I got to do something that I've been waiting for a long time to do, and that's to take my son to a sports game. A simple thing, nothing big, nothing major, just something that allows me to have a father and dad moment. And I thought to myself, what would happen if I wasn't there to do that with him? If you are somebody who's suffering from a mental illness or some type of mental disability, and you feel like you're going to take your own life, please don't. Please take the time to dial 1-800-273-8255. Again, that's 1-800-273-8255. Whether you know it or not, those little small moments in life are worth living for. And there are so many that you have yet to make that people want to know about. And if for some strange reason, some oddly reason, you just don't feel comfortable contacting that number, then feel free to reach out to me on any of my social media feeds. And I'll make sure that I have myself available to be right there, right with you along this journey. And let's talk football. What is going on, Pride Nation, and welcome back to another Field Review podcast show where we're talking all things Detroit Lions, and today we are talking all things Detroit Lions versus San Francisco. Now, I'm putting this up here, and I want this picture to be small for a purpose. There's a reason I'm doing everything. It's strategic in why I'm doing this. Now, I know it's a lot of people who's rocking with me. You've heard a lot of different people's views and everything. And for those who did not know, I went to today's game. I wasn't going to originally go because I didn't have any tickets so I could take my son. And then out of nowhere, opportunity presented itself for me to take my son. Now, I'm having this moment with my son, but there were some things that happened in this game that were good. There were some things that happened in this game that were bad. And there were some things that happened in this game that was downright ugly. Okay. And I'm just going to keep it 100 with you. First things first, to all the people who said we were going to lose, salute to you. Congratulations. You was right. I was wrong. You can't be right doing this all the time. It's not possible. I don't intend to be right every single time, and so it is what it is. To all the 49er fans, like Emmanuel, to go through it, shout out to you. Matter of fact, if you're ready, I'll send you the link, Emmanuel, because you get to represent your team, and I know how to eat my crow with pride. So if you're there, shout out to you. Let me quickly try to go through the chat really quick. And see if I can hit on everybody before I get into it. I'm finna hit on a lot of stuff, but I'm finna tell you right now, what I saw today was 100% disgusting. And I'm not talking about the damn game. I could not believe what I saw today. I couldn't begin to understand what the hell I was looking at. Okay. But I'm going to talk about it. We got Jimmy Sofa in the building. We got D in the building. Mars, I can't call him Mars Lander, but Mars Moon is in the building. Craig Bevins, John Bradshaw. We got Marcus Willis, One Pride 40, Hard Work Dedication, Midwest Lion, Eltonio Jenkins, 1991, Max Staggs. We got Blue Jay Sarge, Bulgarius, Motor City Thanos, JGB, D Williams, Walt Disney. That's scary. That's a little nerve-wracking. We got D in the building. One fucking Lions fan, Barbary Lions. Let me show I ain't forgetting nobody. We got my man Emmanuel, who's a 49er fan, who I'm going to make sure I get him on here so he can talk about it. And I got to go on somebody else's podcast to get my crow. This right here is a prideful thing in no form of, or stretch of the imagination. Hey, when you're wrong, you're wrong. But the things that I saw were spot on except for some other things. But I'm going to get into it. Dre Barnes is in the building. We got Chase Jackman, FN's in the building. Detroit may be tied for first since Minnesota lost, and Green Bay is losing to Chicago, plays the Rams. All right. All right, so let's see. We got Omar Pacheco in there, Matthew Stafford burner account. We got Coach Ronan, the D, Elk Production. Make sure I ain't forgetting nobody, man. Not a Lions fan, but B Farrell. Let me see. Ghost Gunner, Blue Jay Sarge. You can hate me now, McKenzie. We got Derek Davis in the building, Looney Tunes, Can, and DeJuan Davis. All right, people, I'm finna tell you right now. All right, I'm just okay. I'm highly fucking disappointed. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. I'm highly disappointed. And I'm just gonna do this the good way. Let's get right up the gate to the good. And the reason we have to do that is because at the end of the day, we have to keep it 100 about what happened in these games. Now, we're going to start with a particular article that pissed me off because today, I don't know if y'all paid close attention. Sewell, he rocked. He rocked. I told y'all that I wasn't worried about Decker being out, and I wasn't worried about Bosa, and I told y'all that Sewell will be fine. Now, this fine gentleman here, Mr. Daniel Kelly, who said Sewell is a bust already after watching 3 preseason games and that there's no fixing it, Sewell held his ass down against Bosa. In fact, Bosa, for the most part, was frustrated. He tried everything. Bull rush, speed. It wasn't working. Sewell did so good that I literally found myself wondering, like, should we just move Taylor Decker to right tackle and let him stay where he naturally feel comfortable at? Like, seriously, that's how much he was doing. And I was feeling good about that. I was like, okay, this is great. Now, that's a good. The coaching to keep the guys engaged and stuff, that was good. The fighting players was good. There was a lot of good, and I'm gonna hit on a few bads too. Bad. The lack of sense of urgency. Jared Goff. No, I'm moving Jared Goff over to ugly. He's part of the ugly. Fuck all that. I'm not finna sugarcoat it. He's going to the ugly. Jared Goff throwing the ball 57 times is bad. That's a bad for me. And then let me get to the ugly. I got so much to say. The ugly, Jared Goff. The ugly, the entire Detroit Lions coaching staff. What? What you mean, Luke? The entire Detroit Lions coaching staff? I'll explain. Let's get into it. First things first, people. I got to figure out how I'm going to do this. Oh, let me go back. I got to add to the ugly. The Detroit Lions fan base deserves to be in the ugly list on this, okay? I want y'all to understand something. What I saw today was disgusting, okay? I wanted to puke. I really did. I really wanted to puke. And the reason I wanted to puke is because of what I'm about to show you, okay? I'm about to show y'all something that even I can't make up. As much as I would love to, I can't make this up, all right? Now, I don't want y'all to judge me. Y'all can clown me and everything. I'm down for it. Right? Like I'm not even hiding or anything. I'm down for it. And oh, by the way, let me send my 49er buddy his email. So let me see. Hold on. Let me send it to him. So let me get him in the building. All right. I'm starting with the fans first for a reason. All right. I'm starting with the fans first for a reason. And the reason I'm starting with you first is because I went into that game, and one of the things that I pointed out in that game, was that the crowd was going to be nuts. That photo that you are now looking at is the actual photo of where my ass was sitting, right? That's how close I was to the field. All right? I want you to see this. Now, so nobody can say I'm making this up. You can clearly see that it is 7-0 Detroit in the first quarter. Right here, you can clearly see that. That's not my problem. I want y'all to look real close. This freaking game was sold out. This game was sold out. Do anybody see what my problem is here? Anybody? Can anybody pick up what I'm putting down right now? While I was in disgust at what I'm saying here. This game was sold out. Do anybody see what the problem is here? Anywhere. Says Luke crazy if golf was ugly. I'll get to it. Trust me. I'll get to it. I had a front row seat to that ugly. Do anybody see what the hell the problem is in a sold out game in the city of Detroit? A sold out game. If you missed it, I'm going to let those who paid attention. If you can't see it from the top to the bottom, I'm going to show you in a sold-out game. It was so non-loud in this fucking building that I can hear people who were 3 seats down from me have a conversation. 3. And we would go on the field. We would go on the field, and I couldn't hear shit. Nothing. Not a singular sound. He was trying to tell me something. I said, I can't hear you. He had to literally put it on his phone and hold it up for me to read. That's how loud it was. Now, mind you, I'm not done showing you how much disgust this is. This is not how we do stuff here. This ain't how it's supposed to be. That is a whole lot of damn 49er fans in our stadium. We literally lost home field advantage before the game even started. Literally. Hold on. Y'all think it's a game. For somebody to sit there and be like, well, it really wasn't nothing to root for, Luke. I mean, let's be honest. It wasn't like there was a whole lot, Luke, for the fans to get excited about. Okay, hold on. Maybe you right. Maybe I'm crazy. But you gonna tell me the shit wrap around? You gonna tell me it ain't nothing to root about? We in the first quarter, people. Look at this. I'm disgusted. One of the keys that I had to the game was that our crowd was going to show up in force on opening day since what? This team we got full capacity and the game sold out. From top to bottom, it's red. If this was a game war, I guarantee you that the other gang in blue lost from this day. I tell you right now, look at the amount of red. There is no excuse for this. None. This is unacceptable. You want a team to win, and you have the home team from California show up in mass numbers. Y'all still don't buy it. Okay. Hold on. I was snapping photos damn near through the whole game. I wanted you to see it. As the game progressed on, I want you to see how much more red it's getting. I don't know what y'all want. I don't know what you're looking for. I don't know what you expect to get out of a team. I want you to look up here. Look all the way the hell up here. Look up here. The only reason you see blue, because most of them was seats. And when it wasn't seats, it's just red. Hold on. Y'all see, this is the thing I don't understand. The disgust. Y'all look at this. I can't make this up. Look at this. I'm going left to right trying to figure out how is it this many damn people here for the 49ers? How? Make it make sense, somebody. Somebody help me. Somebody calm me down and help it make sense. And then you want to hear the worst part? It got so loud every time we went on the field at offense. How is that possible? Oh, because this team's fans showed up. And this supposed Pride Nation was nowhere to be found. Tell me about it. One number green. Tell me about it. I haven't even got into the coaching. I haven't got into Okuda. I haven't even got into Jerry Goff. I haven't got into general manager. Owner. I ain't got into none of that. I'm more trying to figure out how in the hell does this happen? Okay, watch this. Now, JGB says, them Lions fans were going to get beers when I took them photos. He might be right. Now, I just want to, just out of curiosity, the disgust that I see. Nobody's talking about this. They will soon enough. You lost the home field advantage before you ever had a chance. I tried everything. You know what? I got to figure out how to pull this up. This particular picture right here, this picture you're looking at right here is Aaron Glenn chewing their ass out. And it's a video. And I'm trying to figure out how to upload it. But when I do, I may just upload it secondary because I want you to do two things. One, listen to the crowd in the background. And two, look how him and Dan Campbell are getting that ass. I am literally trying, people. Look at this red, bro. This don't. Now, I want you to see something. This is very important. At this point, it's 41-17 people leaving. And so some of y'all may say, well, that's not bad. Bro, this whole front freaking row is red. It's red. You can't even. How many Lions? You can. 1, 2. I'm going to say this person in a white shirt is a Lion. I need to count them. I need some numbers. Where were you? Where was the fans? Where were you? It's opening day. New head coach. New team. Where were you? All right. Let me get off this for a minute. I can't. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I can't. And just for the record, this ain't even all the photos. This ain't even all the photos. The level of disgust. Everybody wants a winner. Nobody shows up. Lions must win games, bro. How in the hell do you win a game when the home field advantage from the West Coast is now here? How? How? The only time the stadium got loud, people, is when we started to get ready for a comeback. That's the loudest the stadium got. Now, that is the ugly part of the truth. Here goes some more ugly for you. Jared Goff. I'm not gonna crap on Jared Goff. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not gonna crap on him. But this is where I add the coaches to the bad list, because something needs to change. Okay? Something needs to change. 25 of the first 38 passes from Jared Goff went to either a running back, fullback, or tight end. I literally sat in this game with my son, the person sitting next to me, right? Literally sat in that game and screamed to the top of my lungs to understand this one fundamental thing. Why was he not throwing the ball down the fucking field? There was receivers open down the field. Lord, so help me. There was receivers down the field, something fierce. And I'm telling you right now, he just didn't see him. He just didn't see him. He didn't even know they were there. The moment somebody flashed past his face, he just didn't see him. He didn't know. He didn't know where to start. He didn't know where to begin. Okay? He just literally, there was 2 moments in this game that I think sealed the fate of the Lions. The first moment came after they went 3 and out and got a turnover in the first quarter. Remember the turnover they got in the beginning? And they went for the field goal and he missed it. I told y'all we had a kicker problem. I stand by it. I would move on from this kicker in a heartbeat, but this is another story. That was the first nail in the coffin for me, because I said that them points, you can't leave those on there. Clearly, we don't have the crowd. You can't leave that on there. So we can't be leaving it on off the board. The next play, that was the final nail in the coffin for this game, came when Jared Goff threw the worst interception I've seen in a long time. I mean, in a long time. It made more sense for him to lay down and take the sack. So that way you can at least go into the halftime, because if y'all wasn't paying attention, the 49ers were burning their timeouts to get the ball back again. All you had to do is not do it. When he threw that damn interception, I said, yep, that's it right there. There it is. That's all it was. Right? And I'm saying to myself, this is terrible. This is terrible. I'm watching him strategically just take the safe throw. Every single time. He averaged 5 yards to throw, people. Think about that. Who in this chat right now can't throw the ball 5 yards on the average? I can get a ball to my 5-year-olds and get 5 yards per average. Seriously. Jared Goff, to me, looked uncomfortable. Jared Goff, to me, looked confused. He pissed me off. And then we get to the fourth quarter, and now all of a sudden you discover we got receivers. I'm going to give you a fun fact right here. Watch this. Anybody in the chat, you listening with me, right? You listening with me. I want y'all in the chat with me to follow me on this one. Ballpark guess. Can anybody tell me the number? I want you to listen closer to this. Can you tell me the number of receivers that Jared Goff threw to in the first quarter? In the first half. The number of receivers. What y'all think it is? Tell me how many receivers did Jared Goff target in the first half? Give me something. Something. Somebody got it right. 2 fucking receivers. 2 receivers. You found 2 receivers in a whole 15 minutes of a game? Sorry, 30. Whole 31st minutes where they was winning time of possession and everything. You telling me you found 2 receivers to throw the ball to, only 1 you connected with. If you were wondering who were the 2 receivers, in case you were wondering, it was Amon-Ra St. Brown and Tyrell Williams. Everything else went to the running back, fullback, and get this, more passes went to the running backs and fullback than they did even go to the tight ends. How's that possible? That's where I started to get mad at the coaches. This is where I started to throw the coaches in the ugly. Because not only was this happening on their watch, the coaches needed to make the adjustment, aka tell him, bruh, push the damn ball down the field. Because what happened was at the end of the game, when he pushed the ball down the field, it made them play honest. And they started to panic. They started to sweat. They started to get confused. They started to not know what was going on. It was absolutely ridiculous to see what happened. Now stay with me. I told y'all the Lions would be able to run the ball on them. But guess what? We got down so fast because of stupid stuff from them that all of a sudden now, after getting down, guess what happens, y'all? Guess what happens? We can't run the ball no more. Which brings me to another reason why I put coaching on the ugly. Alex Anzalone is not a starting linebacker in this league. I'm going to say it again. Alex Anzalone is not a starting linebacker in this league. If you don't believe me, I want y'all to do simply one thing for me. In the fourth quarter, go and look at all the runs that they had in the fourth quarter, right? And I want you, when you watch the replays, just watch 34. Don't look at nobody else. Watch 34, because this is where I put blame on the coaches. Why in the hell was Derek Barnes not in the game? Oh, people want to say, well, was Derek Barnes going to make a difference? Yeah. In fact, all those runs that the 49ers had trying to ice the game, guess who made the play? Derek Barnes. You think I'm making it up? Go and look at it. Go and look at it. This man is not a starting linebacker in this league. The moment they put Derek Barnes in, the run stopped. They got to hold on. Y'all didn't catch this. Morset only had 2 carries and was out for the game. He was only in there for 2 carries and was out for the game. They let a rookie. Let's talk about the rookie. We can't forget that. I got to go to it because we got to talk about it. This is how we lost to them last time in a close game, because people do what they want instead of doing what is necessary, right? But let's talk about it. Alex Anzalone's in this game, and they running wild. He over there high-fiving on tackles he's got in on players who's already on the ground. I'm not making this up. I'm so close to the sideline, people, I can see the pimples on their freaking face. You understand me? I seen it all. And I'm telling you that the coaching staff is getting ugly for me because you didn't put our best players on the damn field. Collins is not a starting linebacker no damn more. I don't even remember him being out there in the game. I was so focused on how bad Alex Anzalone was that I literally forgot about Jamie Collins. Alex Anzalone didn't take on a blocker. He wasn't attacking. He wasn't scrambling. Alex Anzalone was a non-fucking factor. He just was. And then you put in Barnes and the run cease. People say, oh, man, that's different. They weren't trying to. No. I'll show you. Because this is why the coaching is on the ugly side of it. You have to put our best players on the field. Now, Levi Onwuzurike didn't play, right? He didn't play. But I want to show you something. This man right here, Elijah Mitchell, is a rookie. A rookie from the 6th round. A rookie from the 6th round. 19 carries, 5.5 yards a carry, 104 yards and a touchdown. A rookie. After their best running back went down, this is what we get. Now, hold on. Luke, why are you not talking about the rookie D tackle? Why are you not talking about the nose tackle? Because he did his job. The lanes were there. The linebacker got to make a play. Let's go on down here. All these people got fumble recoveries. Great. Let's get on down here. When your safeties, now don't get me wrong. I know somebody want to tell y'all that the safeties was bad. I didn't have a problem with the safeties. I thought that for the fact of what they was dealing with, it was a shame. Now, and some of y'all going to say, well, the secondary as a whole was trash, but let's talk about this damn linebacking core. That man got 5 total tackles. I want y'all to think about that for a moment. Jamie Collins got 5 total tackles, and 3 were solo. 3 were solo. Let's look at Alex Anzalone. 3 total tackles, 2 were solo. They are not starting linebackers no more. Hell, Jamie Collins might survive if you just put Derek Burns out there. I'm just saying. Look at this. I can't make this stuff up. This is disgusting. I had people in the crowd who were Lions fans who were saying, man, we don't get receivers. And then all of a sudden we start throwing the ball to the receiver and they go, man, they open. They been open. And coaching failed to capitalize on a perfect opportunity. It failed to see it. Deebo Samuel, 9 catches, 189 yards. Since we already on it, let's talk about it. We already here, right? Let's talk about it. They put the clamps on George Kittle, right? Look at their receiving core. Y'all want to see something special? Look at that. Look at that right there. They got 41 points off of that bull right there. This is the thing that got me disgusted with this game. Home field advantage lost before the game even started, and a sea of red. Okay? You're running the ball and you're doing it effectively, but your quarterback's afraid to throw the ball down the field. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. You finally did it at the end of the game. Oh, God bless you. Here go another problem, the drops. Quintez Cephas, 7 passes going his way. He caught 3. Shameful. Shameful. Why are we throwing the ball to Quin anyway? On that particular play, that wasn't even the right call. But I'm not going to get into that. If I see him all over the place, I'm trying to hit on so many things that made me want to puke. There was a lot of good in this game, and I'm not making this up. There's a lot of good in this game. But this is not going to get it. Alex Anzalone is not the answer at linebacker. He should not be in this game. Now, as I promised, because I am not the kind of dude to sit up there and act like I'm a know-it-all, because I'm not. Everything that I pointed out that should have happened would have happened if we didn't have Jared Goff being so safe, and if we didn't have the coaching not putting our best players out there. Now, my man Emmanuel, a.k.a. the 49er fan, who I told him we were going to win 24-17. That's what I told you, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you said it'd be probably a close game. And it technically was. That final score to me is not indicative of what really happened in that game.
Exactly.
Oh, wait. JGB, Amani, I ain't done with Amani. Wait till I get done with him. Because remember, I made a video that said he's not a top 10 pick. Then I told y'all he was a safety, and people said it's his first year. Y'all gonna learn today. Just wait a minute. Emmanuel, first of all, congratulations. You're 1.
Appreciate it.
Let me ask you a question. What did you see in that game that made you that stood out to you? Because you made a comment earlier about Jared Goff, and Jared Goff really set this team back with that stupid interception. Because if you think about it, they got 41 points. So let's take 7 off the board. Because y'all missed a field goal too, but let's take 7 off the board. Right? What did you see in the game from the Lions that made you go, wow, I'm surprised they didn't keep doing this, or wow, I'm surprised that didn't happen more of, or wow, this really happened?
I mean, I believe that the thing early on that really, was doing good for them was, them attacking our interior D line without having Kinlaw in there. He's a guy that, like I said, number overall 12 pick. And he, like I said, without him being there, a big body, they were gashing us right down the middle. And like I said, I just really believe that play right before the half where he had the dude on the flat, and you literally have three defenders right there just, all grouping around Hawkinson. Kind of forced one when he didn't have to. I believe the score then was, I want to say 21-10 or 17, something around there. And, you want to just give your team a chance. And I think right there, that totally right before the half just shifted a lot of the momentum. And, like you said, in the second half, like I said, I look at it as a win-win for both teams. As far as San Francisco side, you hate to, it's that old adage of, you take foot off the pedal, and before you know it, it's like an avalanche. It just seemed like play after play after play, but that's still something as far as, if you're a Lion fan, that's something, they can at least build off of. Like, hey, even though they look dead in the water, they still showed fight. As far as for a new coaching staff, that's, positive for them. You still don't want to put yourself in that predicament, but at least, them guys fought back, to the very end.
Well, I tell you this much, man. I walked away. I couldn't. I was trying so hard to focus on the game, bro. But it was so much red there. Like,
oh yeah,
bro. We lost the home field. It was a home game for them. When they got to offense, It was damn near quiet. Third downs, they was trying to pump the crowd up, bro, with everything. They was trying to play hype music. They had cheerleaders come around. They shot T-shirts. They was trying to do everything to get this crowd in it.
To pump it up.
Nothing, bro. Nothing. It was like having sex with a dead body. Nothing happened. It wasn't nothing going on. You was just there. It was horrible.
San Fran does travel well, man. You look at, a team like, the LA Rams, and even when they have home field, it's just full of red. It's tough.
Now, I'm saying that they saying Okudah's out for the season.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. All right, people. Okay. Have they confirmed that Okudah? Okay. Oh, my God. Okay, breathe. All right.
We lost Barrett.
Listen, people. Let me just double check to see if this is confirmed. Lord Jesus. I just want to double check to see if this is confirmed. If this is true, oh my God. Let me see. I'm not seeing anything that say he's out. Oh, wait. Okay. I'm not seeing anything yet. He could be. He could be. Now, okay. People want to talk about Emmanuel Warrior. Why is Emmanuel Warrior not on my ugly list? There was times in the game where Emmanuel Warrior was beat. He was. He really was beat. But my problem with Okudah was different. And I'm going to tell you why. Okudah, scratch the deep bomb where he didn't even look back and had terrible position. Scratch that. And on the third downs where you said that they, people were saying that they went after Amani on those third downs. That's not how I saw it. In fact, what I saw was him get broke down in the run game bad. I saw that. I saw him get beat on some other things, but I'm just showing you in real time, right? Real time. Okay. It says Money got ankle. I saw him get beat on the run. I saw him get beat. I saw him get beat on some plays. Okudah stood out to me because Okudah was giving up chunk plays. And a lot of these plays that Debo got, including his longest one, came on Okudah. Amani for the most part, these receivers wasn't doing nothing. I mean, Sanu 1 for 7. Hastings is a running back, so we ain't even got to talk about that. This is a fullback. We ain't got to talk about that. Trent Sheffield wasn't doing nothing. They put safeties on George Kittle, and they had a safety on TJ Hockenson. Right? Like, they had that down pat. But this person right here, for the most part, was getting open by good play design. Not bad play from necessarily Amani Oruwariye. The two plays that stood out for me with Okudah was that deep bomb, and it was another one where it was a back shoulder pass, and I'm like, Okudah got to see that, and he didn't, and the guy ran through it. Another thing that ticked me off was Elijah Mitchell ran through a few tackles on Nick Williams. He ran through a tackle on what is the dude name? Jesus. Michael Brockers. I saw Michael Brockers get destroyed a number of times too. Like it was a lot of bad things going on. But I'm gonna go back and watch the film because there was a level of frustration. Unlike, and I also had somebody next to me who was just 100% weird. She was weird. She was weird. The guy she with was weird. They was yelling weird things that I didn't even know. They was like, oh my God, throw the flag. He was inbounds. And I was like, he stepped out first. And they was like, well, what's a illegal touch? And I said, oh wow, you're a Lions fan. This is what we're dealing with. Okay. So I got to see some things. But the fact that Pleasant yelled at Okudah, I don't care. Don't yell at Okudah. Put him at safety. Well, now you can't do that because he may be out for the season. This is ridiculous. The Lions, Emmanuel, stop me when I say something crazy. The Lions had control of that game by running the ball because they couldn't stop our run, and we couldn't stop their run because Alex Anzalone was in the game. Did you expect for if like how many people had Elijah Mitchell on their fantasy team? Emmanuel, did you expect for Elijah Mitchell to run like that?
I mean, I did speak to you the other day when I was saying how we were pretty deep at the spot. And like I said, he's a quick guy, 6th rounder that we picked up. But once again, like I go back to with Shanahan and his system, you know, he believes in you don't pay, you know, a premier back, you know, because his system is so good that he's going to make guys like this just shine. And that's one positive. There was a lot of negatives, you know, as far as 49er fan you take out of this game. But, you know, Elijah Mitchell is definitely, as far as expecting him to go for 100, no. But I definitely could see him contributing, you know, for you to be down, you know, Mostert pretty much from the middle of the first quarter on the rest of the game. And you also don't even have Trey Sermon suit up. You know, that's definitely, you know, a big plus for them.
Bruh, he couldn't do nothing the moment they put Derek Barnes in. Like 55 comes in, every lane was getting filled. I'm like, wow, shocking. He couldn't do nothing.
But I think there's also something to the fact that, you know, once you have that big lead, you go, you know, defensively, you know, they're going to play back as far as when the 49ers are on defense. So that's where you see that offense start.
Oh, no. They was panicked. No, bro. Listen, they was panicked. When I tell you they was panicked, bro, they was panicked.
Who's that?
And the 49ers. So when the Lions got that onside kick, they was panicked.
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying before that, probably like middle of the third quarter, you know, they start playing a certain way. And you've seen it, you know, across the league where a team, you know, defensively, they start playing back. You know, it's basically they're trying to bleed the clock. So as an offensively, you can see from the 49ers, you know, before where they were showing a lot of different looks, you know, pretty much you knew they were just trying to bleed that clock out. So as a defensive line, you know, you're able to just kind of, you know, look for that rather than, you know, them, you know, actually trying to pass. And I think it just, like I said, once it got to that point, you know, where they were, you know, it was like an avalanche. That momentum is a crazy thing. And once they got going, you know, it was kind of unstoppable, man. And the best thing was that they ran out of time.
First of all I kept hearing was how great this defense was. That defense wasn't great at all. It wasn't. The Lions shot themselves in the foot. They did. And they did it too often. They came up, they went 3 and out. I went, oh, okay. Then they got the turnover. And I said, oh, okay. And you walk away with no points. How?
No.
I mean, I knew we had a kicking problem. I said, Lord is my witness. I went to that practice and I was like, oh, we got a problem. We got to find a kicker. We got to find a kicker. And it got to a point to where Dan Campbell didn't even trust the kicker. That's a damn shame. Do y'all realize that the Lions did something in this game that they have not done in a long time? And part of it, I'll give credit to Dan Campbell for being aggressive on and for deciding that, this is the better action for us to have a chance to win this game. The 4th down that they went for it on. Oh, my God. People, he was trying to get the win by any means necessary. But the numbers don't lie. The 49ers had more penalties, right? The Lions won the time of possession. The 49ers had more turnovers. This is almost exactly what happened to the Dallas and Tampa Bay game, where one team give up all these turnovers and stuff and still win because there's these little key points in the game where it changed. If we could have kept running the ball, we'd have been all right. But he comes in and do the same thing that Matthew Stafford did his whole career. Had to throw it to try to win it. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. If Jared Goff don't throw that interception, if he don't throw that, if he just eat it and take the sack, we going to the half down 7. We're going to the half down 7. You don't even got to lose nothing. Look at these numbers. Everything close. Lions had more drives, more first downs. They was 4-15 on 3rd. They was 3-9. They went 4 or 5 times on 4th down. Got 2. Because they can't trust the kicker. Jeez. Okay. Let's talk about some of the good. McNeil is as advertised. He did a very good job of keeping gap assignment and keeping people busy. So I definitely enjoyed that. I enjoyed the fuck out of our safeties. I'm not finna downplay what Will Harris and Tracy Walker did. They had a really hard task when your linebackers are afraid to attack. Did you see? Now, if anything, I thought the 49ers safeties had a problem. I was like, what are they doing? Did you feel like did you feel like the 49ers safeties seemed like they was out of sorts?
Oh,
when people got near them?
Like I said, the secondary is going to be a big question for us the rest of the year. Like I said, Jason Verrett looking like he's going to have torn ACL. That's our best cornerback right there. So I definitely see a trade in the work sometime during the season because, like I said, we were thin already, and now we lose him. Emmanuel Mosley got a couple different injuries. Like I said, we go back to the safeties on that little screen pass. I believe it was Jimmy Ward, took a horrible angle towards that. And, all them little deals just contributed to a great comeback from Detroit.
Listen, I like this one. It says, no cornerback can cover forever. You need a D-line to rush the quarterback. Otherwise, every DB will eventually get exposed. This is a fair assessment from HW. And I also noticed that even when they were getting pressure and hitting the quarterback, I was noticing that, like, for example, it wasn't as effective because when they were calling blitzes, they were calling blitzes with who? Alex Anzalone. God, this dude should not be a starter. It's nothing. Where did he earn this spot? Seriously, where? Where did he earn this spot? I'm disgusted at a lot of things in this game, but to lose the home field advantage was one because the 49ers started slow. They started slow. They started picking up steam the moment they realized they had their home field advantage. Now get this. The game got so out of control, Emmanuel, that fans started leaving.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I definitely see
that's when it started going back in favor of the Lions with the home crowd. 49er fans were getting up like we won this. It was still a lot of red there, even though many of them left. They get up like we won this and left out. Lions fans left at the top of the fourth. I felt like I started seeing people hit the exits. Right? And the crowd started getting into it. And now you start seeing the defense look like, oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, oh my God. Listen, I'm just going through so much. Y'all tell me, what are y'all thoughts in this game, man? I'm eating my crow today. I was wrong. Somebody asked me, like, am I still sticking with my 8 to 9 win season? I'm like, yeah, mathematically it's still there. And 2, the Lions tend to do this. The team that I saw in that fourth quarter is what I thought I was going to see show up this time. Like 100%. And that's not the team. If that team that we saw in the beginning came 31-3 Saints. Jesus. With Jameis Winston? Wow. I'm taking y'all questions. Y'all don't even gotta wait. Toss them in there, man. I hit on as many as possible. Emmanuel, I said I'm gonna let you come on and chew me a new one. You didn't do it, but you are more than welcome anytime to cash that card in. I really thought that on everything I love, that a lot of things were in favor of the Lions. When I showed up and saw that much red, I went, oh, you got to be kidding me.
I mean, if we could really like close out that game, I probably feel a lot more confident about my team and probably would be a little bit more brash. But when you limp to the finish line, it kind of feels like a loss a little bit. You know, I'm glad we did get the W, but it doesn't feel like it.
Sports Gamer says, Luke, what's your thoughts on the coaching staff? I thought Dan Campbell did a good job managing the game and trying to keep the game within the scope. He was very aggressive in what he wanted. It's fourth down. Your kicker is confident is down. Let's go for it on fourth. I respect that decision making. The play calling at halftime, it was pretty much almost balanced slightly, but it was mostly still leaning towards the pass game. And I think the fact that pick six changed everything. But here's the scary part for y'all. Watch this. Even if you take that pick six off, right? Just hypothetically take that pick six off, the Lions still lose the game 34-33. Now, here's where it gets scary. Had the Lions had the same score, the pick six come off, and the Lions made that field goal early on, the Lions would have won the game by a small margin of 36-34. So they won it by 2. But the Lions were picking up twos, and I'm being honest. If I was a 49er fan, I'm nervous. I'm nervous and I'm upset because here's my best guy, Bosa, who I've been hyping up all this time, getting shut the hell down for the most part by a rookie tackle who was literally practicing all summer at right tackle and bounced back to left tackle and looked like he never forgot. And he said that it was like riding a bike for him before he even did it. Now, you can't feel good about that, Emmanuel.
Not too worried about it though either. Like I said, once we get Ken Law back, you know, he really helps out a lot in the interior, which is going to also, you know, help out Bosa on the outside. Ford looked pretty good, so I'm not feeling too bad about it. I think as the season goes on, he'll get more confident in his body, and you know, he'll start improving.
Another thing that I wanted to point out. Oh, let me see if I got this footage. Let me see if I got it. Okay, I think I got it. All right. Please work. Did y'all hear that? Could you hear that?
I couldn't really make out what she was saying.
Not what she was saying. That's the problem.
Okay.
I wanted you to try to make out the crowd noise. Listen to the crowd noise. I'm going to play it again. Okay? Just listen to the crowd noise.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me get it big. I don't want nobody. Oh, I got to take this off. Hold on. All right. Now I can put it back up. Did that sound like a loud stadium to you?
Not really.
Did anybody hear loud stadium? Anybody? You asked me about coaching. That was the question. Well, look at Aaron Glenn chewing their ass out. That's coaching. That video I recorded for that few seconds is what that stadium sounded like. I want y'all to just take it in. You don't got to like it. Just take it in. Now, if you're paying attention, you see this is a kickoff. The fans don't even care. they got drunk. It was like, it don't matter. It's cool. Don't even care. I'm just disgusted. I'm just... Okay, let me go to the muscle questions. Again, I got my man Emmanuel on. He a 49er fan. I got to go over to Last Second Sports. I can get my crow from over there too. I ain't hiding from nothing. Right? I ain't hiding from nothing. There was, in my opinion, this game was lost on two parts. One, Jared Goff, and two, Jared Goff. It's no way you're not throwing the ball down the field. And like I said, it's a tragedy. People don't understand how hard it is to make a transition from left tackle to right tackle. But today you saw it because for the most part, Bosa was locked out. That's the truth. Nelson did okay. He gave up one play to D Ford. I give him that. It was a nice blitz there. But that's what it is. If they went to the home crowd, that's not cool. What home crowd? What home crowd? You mean when we was playing at San Francisco? I feel like I was the enemy in my own damn home stadium. All right, let me see what we got. Sewell at the future. I even question should when Dak come back, should he make the move to the right tackle? Seriously. Let me see what other questions y'all got in here. Says, well. Looks like we were dependent on Stafford for a win once again. You can't I didn't say he played good. I said Nelson did okay. He came in at right tackle and did okay. He gave up a play to them and stuff. But he wasn't very good in run blocking at all. But it's okay. I'm gonna tell you something else that was good. That I need to point this out. I absolutely need to point this out. Whew. Jamal Williams, you can tell, has not been a Lion player for long. He had no quit in him whatsoever. He's talking to everybody. Come on, let's go. We got to get this stuff going. I need y'all to give me one play, just one play. He was in their ear. There's another time, I don't know if y'all saw it, the last touchdown where Jamal Williams ran it in for a touchdown, DeAndre Swift was pissed. I want y'all to understand something. He was pissed. He was pissed that he was not the one called up to run that ball in. Like, that's the problem. Nelson gave up 3 plays to 4, all in the second quarter. Like I said, he wasn't that bad, but people want to kill him, but it is how the run game was going good. Emmanuel, you agree the Lions were able to run the ball on y'all defense?
Yeah. I think, like I said, once they, in the first half, you look at it, was what, one, that's final. You had it at 91 to 88, so it was pretty much an even, rushing battle. But once, like I said, Goff made that turnover, he pretty much put the ball in his hands in the second half, especially once they got that deep one to Debo where they basically had to throw it. They kind of took the running game out of the mix just because of the score.
And Luke, look what you doing with the Lions. You got so many ifs. They would have did this if they would have did that. The Lions just not disciplined. We didn't buy. That's not true. The Lions, the 49ers had more penalties than us. Let's get that out the way. That's one. 2, the execution wasn't a problem. You just didn't have your best players in. Alex Anzalone is not a starting linebacker. And when you got a guy like Collins who is up and down and you don't know what you're going to get from him, you need to put your best run defender out there. And when they did that, the run stopped. This ain't about discipline. This ain't about ifs. This is about what happened. This was not a home field advantage for the Lions this game. It just wasn't. Opening day in Ford Field. What the hell is they called? What is the 49er stadium called?
Levi Stadium.
Yeah, this was Levi Stadium in Detroit. A sea of red. This was the Red Sea Scrolls. This was terrible. This was terrible. They trying to get the crowd to be quiet, and they couldn't because the 49ers was that loud. So no, it's not about discipline. It's not. Sometimes a person can scheme something and get it the right way. There were some good plays called by the 49ers. I'm not going to take nothing away from them. But the Lions, the execution of what they were trying to do made sense, which is run the ball. The problem was Jared Goff didn't do anything to push them back. They started loading the box up, and I'm like, you got to push them back. And he refused to throw the ball down the field, even when he had time. Thoughts on running back. I love what I saw out of Swift. He ran hard, aggressive, with an attitude and bad intentions. I'm going to need you to catch them passes out the backfield, bro. Too many drops. Too many. Sure. Jamal Williams ran hard, ran angry. I'm going to need you to catch and run better. Oh, and stop dropping the ball. Overall, I enjoyed what the running backs did. What do you think, Emmanuel?
Yeah, I was impressed with both of them. Like I said, they did have a few drops, but running, in between the tackles, they were gashing us, especially early on. And like I said, they both gave a kind of their own little stop to the offense. And I believe it was Swift that was on that screenplay, if I'm correct.
Yep.
Yeah. Like you said, just put that move on our safety. It looked like he was in sand.
that scream, listen, that's why I said the safeties of the 49ers was worse than the Lions. But that screenplay was there the whole game, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
The draw play was there the whole game. I was like, where to draw at, people? I'm not killing Anthony Lynn, but my biggest gripe was that interception, which was basically the turning point, the major turning point in the game, because that pick six was tough. You can't get that back. The missed field goal early on after getting the turnover was tough. The not hitting receivers all game of getting the ball down the field. And then the other part that was shocking. When they started throwing the ball down the field, the receivers was wide the hell open. And Goff missed a few people that was wide the hell open. He missed Cephas on a deep bone where he had a nice at least 2 or 3 step on him. Missed out of bounds. And I couldn't even say nothing about the referees. I'm gonna give the referees their props. Shout out to them. Yeah, I couldn't blame too much on them. There wasn't nothing I could see. One Pride 40 says, are you off the golf train? Nah, but he's on my watch list. And if this keeps up, you're gonna see a difference in me in a few weeks. Golf to me was a singular reason. And I've been critical of Stafford, but I've never seen Goff was just sitting in the pocket. And it wasn't even, when I mean sitting, flat foot, wasn't moving around. And then when he finally decided to do it, the game was way out of reach. You can't do that in football. Let me see. Thanks. I don't know what at Lukegsfieldreview was watching. Huh? What is y'all talking about? It says that Goff was going to be almost as good as Stafford or a bit better, and you were right. Huh? I don't even know what they're talking about. Let me see. Williams was awesome. Yep. That dude clearly came from a attitude of winning because he didn't want to quit. Goff was hot and cold. That's the problem. It wasn't even a hot and cold. He just refused to throw the ball down the field, and people were open. I don't know. It wasn't like he was under duress, at all. Goff was steady and led the comeback attempt. Yeah, once he realized he had receivers, the whole freaking 3 quarters, he hit in 3 quarters of football. You know how many receivers he hit? And I can't make this up. 3, 1 for each quarter. That's a shame. One thing I'm already loving about Goff is that he can finally run the ball. Yeah, I do like that part of it because we ain't depending on him like that, but 57 passes is not good. We could never run it with Stafford. Nope, because we're too busy trying to make him the hero, and this is not how this works. I like Jamal Williams' personality, though. He came to play, and he's seriously there. It was one play where Greenlaw came up, and I just knew Greenlaw was finna lay a hit on him. And he was the one that gave the hit to Greenlaw, but Greenlaw did held on to bring him down. But I was like, damn. I think I would have let go on that one myself. He lowered the boom on that one. Rams house and up the gut, the middle of the field was open wide. Up the gut in the middle of the field. It says Rams, he is covering his ego. That's all. He will change after he's proven wrong or move on to the next hot take. Who? Me? Emmanuel, you've been on here for a while. And I said I was wrong, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right. So what you want me to say about Jared Goff? I said the benefit of having a Jared Goff, and I've been saying this since I've been talking Lions football. The benefit of having a Jared Goff means that we're running the ball first, and we were a run first team, and it was working until the quarterback didn't give them anything to be worried about going deep or anything. So I don't know what they're talking about. Did your son have fun? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Thank God for earplugs, though. Right? Because I had to drown out the 49ers noise. Clearly wasn't none of our people. Like, clearly. Jamal had the high hand, should have gave him more carries. I think both running backs had the high hand. Luke, that game was embarrassing for Goff. It was. That's why he's in my ugly. There's the good, there's the bad, and there's the ugly. And Goff landed in the ugly. I did not like what I saw out of him at all today. What a game at the end. Yes, the ending was very exciting. But they would have to still score a touchdown and get a 2-point conversion, which they was doing good this whole game. That's another thing that if I'm a 49ers defense, they need to work on that. Luke, did you talk about how Goff threw the ball 57 times? Yes, the hell I did. I also didn't understand this too. The Lions always giving people this opportunity to look better than they are. And it makes me sick. A team in the 49ers who didn't score no more than 21 points, you let them get 41. Come on, man. Come on. 7 completions for 37 yards to wide receivers before the fourth. Bruh, you can't make this stuff up. Now, if that was Stafford doing that, everybody and their mama would have a cow. Jamal deserves those carries. He was pissed. I'm telling you right now, I saw him over the sideline. He was mad, and Deuce had to calm him down. Yes, Luke is the if king. I'll be the if king and every other king that you want me to be. But the bottom line is it's not a matter of if. The game happened the way it happened, and you have to look at it. At the end of the day, there's no way that Alex Anzalone should be in this game, especially when you take him out and then automatically see that the run game is stopped. Because before he was taking out that game, Elijah was still running the ball. Is that not the truth, Emmanuel?
Yes, for sure.
He was still running the ball, and he had no issues getting past the linebackers. Am I making anything up at this point, Emmanuel?
Nah, he was doing real good also after contact.
It wasn't even close. Then you throw in 55 and things get different. Luke was on here hollering Nelson shut down Mac. Now it's something else. Luke funny tunnel vision. What do you mean? He did shut down Mac, and he still had a pretty decent game for a guy who comes in on a short week and have to go up against. And yes, the D4 get some plays. Yes, it's football. You're going to get plays. But by no stretch of the imagination did I walk away and say Matt Nelson was Rick Wagner. He wasn't a turnstile door. Come on now, stop playing. He wasn't no turnstile door. Y'all want to talk about that. I'm giving y'all the good, the bad, and the ugly. Y'all got to listen. I gave you the good. I said Sewell did really good again. I would have thought Bosa would have had way more plays than that. With Sewell being a rookie, having it and practicing all year as a right tackle, then bouncing back to left. I think most 49er fans, Emmanuel, you can tell me if I'm wrong about this, you would assume that Bosa would have got off a little bit more.
In a sense, yes, but also no. Like I said, I was with you when you were having the other day talking about Sewell, being a bust from that article. I didn't see it that way. I'm not going to be one of them guys that's going to be, going crazy in preseason, due to production. And so I think he was a good guy for him to go up against. But I also, like I told you earlier, do think as the season goes on, Bosa is going to trust in his body more, and he's going to start picking up steam. But he did have a good competition today. So it was definitely, giving him all that he could handle.
See, if Stafford was in the same position that it says, so this is the question that comes. It says, if Stafford was in the same position, Luke would have talked about receivers dropping wide open passes and receivers not getting open down the field. That wouldn't have been my problem. You know why? Because the receivers were getting wide open down the field and he was taking the safe route. That's the problem. Like if they wasn't getting open and they was dropping passes too, I'd be like, yeah. Now they was dropping passes, fair enough. But if you look at some of the passes they was dropping, they were still wide open. The play caller had them wide open, and I'm like, cool, right? And I'm not knocking that. However, even on one of the plays where we took a field goal, I think it was where the score was like 10. TJ Hawkinson is open in the back of the field, back of the end zone. He threw it underneath to the short guy. Why? It wasn't a defender near TJ Hawkinson. He just didn't see it. He played safe, and it didn't see it. And when he threw the interception, he's getting hit because the guy is basically doing his best impression, pushing the lineman back, and all he had to do was step to his left and step up and throw the ball. He stood there, let the guy get pushed into him, and threw the interception that went for a pick six. So if it was a case where Stafford was in the game and the receivers wouldn't get down the field, I'm going to say, yeah, they didn't get down the field. But this wasn't what happened. If Stafford was in this game, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. We wouldn't be doing all them damn short-ass passes. That's first. And secondly, receivers would have been targeted 100%, and the tight end would have been targeted more. But he's not here. And so I'm not trying to big it up. There were 7 drop passes Goff fought. Yes, let's show you what Goff fought is. 25 of his 38 passes thrown in the first half went to anybody but a receiver. He targeted 2 receivers on 3 passes in the first half. That's on Jared Goff. There's no way to clean that up. No way. There's no way. There's no way. You cannot have that. Will Harris missed 5 tackles. He was great. Will Harris, as a safety, given the fact that they were literally, the linebackers wasn't even existing in this damn game. Let's just be honest. I don't know if y'all noticed, but it goes linebackers, DBs. The linebackers were non-existent in this game. Will Harris was not as big of a problem as Alex Anzalone because he's the first liner. He wasn't even filling gaps. He was sitting back hanging. But when I started doing film study, we'll talk about it. Too much banter about the crowd. Ain't no banter at all. It's the truth. It's the truth. This what I'm saying. It's always banter, but there's proof. That it was a sea of red. Did you see how much red was there, Emmanuel?
Oh yeah. Like I said, it makes a difference. Like you were there, so I'm pretty sure you had a firsthand.
I'm giving banter. I'm giving banter, but I'm telling you, it was a sea of red. Our offense get on the field and they got loud. like what? How? Anybody who's at that game will tell you, bro, we was outnumbered. We was outnumbered.
Like I said, I go back to, like I said, the game we had in preseason against Oakland, in the same situation. The Rams, same situation. The 49ers, they do travel well.
Dude, I don't listen. That's a hell of a travel, boy. I'm telling you right now. Joseph Murdoch says, Luke, what was your biggest takeaway from this staff going forward? I love it. I love the play calling. I love the level of balance. I love the fact that they had aggression on 4th down. I love that they was able to recognize in game and make adjustments. I love that they was willing to do the unorthodox and the unusual. And going forward, I think we got the right people hired. I think so far we got the right people hired. It's up to them to prove me right or wrong. I was wrong today. The Lions obviously lost to the 49ers. And yeah, I'm disappointed in a lot of things, starting with our representation at our own home field. One of the things I've been pushing for the longest was that this fan base was going to be nuts on opening day. And it was for the 49ers. Predator Keenan says, I get it, though, because Luke went to the game, so his perspective is different than someone who's watching. I took photos of where I was sitting, but I can hear them talking. Like, that's how close I was. I can hear them talking. Like, I was literally in row 6 or 5 or something like that. I can hear them talking and laughing and joking. Like, I can hear it. I was like, yo, this is... And you know why I can hear it? Because the 49ers offense is on the field. That's crazy to me. Rams House, you want to get in here? You want to get in here? Hey, a matter of fact, I'll send you the invite right now. In fact, if anybody want to get in here, as long as you're willing to show me your face, I'll let you get in here and say what you want to say. If y'all want to get in here, let me know. I'll skip all these questions. Matter of fact, I'm going to the bottom. See, people think I'm unfair, but I'm not. I'm not. Boom. There it is. You want to get up in here? Come join me. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. If you want to get in here and join me, let's talk about it. The link right there. I'll post it again. I ask you to do one thing. When you join, use your same name that you use on YouTube. That's first. That's first. 2, before I bring you on the screen, I got to see your face. It's that easy. You want to get in here and talk with me? There go the link. Join it. Now, Emmanuel.
Yes, sir.
All right, I got to ask you this. What were some of your takeaways from this game as a 49ers looking? Because you see how many red jerseys it was on TV?
Mm-hmm.
You could, from the TV version, you could see it.
I mean, they had shots here and there. I wouldn't say it was more, especially towards the third quarter, where they made a couple of shots. I was going back and forth from the different broadcasts, but I definitely seen a few views where you could see the red. Towards the end in the fourth quarter, like I said, it was not too many crowd left. You definitely seen a lot of empty seats.
Jimbo G says, hello, everyone. We need to get rid of Nelson. Luke, how you want people to show their face and you don't show yours? Because people will probably come up there and do some nasty, disrespectful stuff like porn or something, and I don't want that on my channel to get myself blocked for 90 days. So if you join this thing, I need you to get in there. Yes, Jameis Winston is really balling. Damn. It's amazing what coaching would do. Shout out to you, JT. Yeah. JT has been on that Jameis Winston train for the longest. And he ain't playing. He ain't playing at all. Luke was upset about the red jersey because it looks like a lot of ketchup bottles. It did. It absolutely did. It absolutely did. As I said, the link is there. You want to join? There it is. There it is. The link is there. Can't make this stuff up. If you are one of them people that want to join and talk some Lions football, I'm all open. I'm not even trying to hide. For real. Luke, do you think we have a chance next week? I do. If we come out with the same team that played not even second half, the fourth quarter, there was no sense of urgency for real, because they just seemed like they was defeated. That's another thing I noticed. The only 2 people that looked like they still was ready to fight was Levi Onwuzurike, who wasn't dressed, DeAndre Swift, Jamal Williams, and then on the defensive side of the ball, there was only one player that looked like he was still ready to fight, and that was the rookie McNeil. The rest of them looked defeated. They did. They looked defeated and lost. And that's why they got cussed out by every coach on that sideline. I hope you're not taking a shower. I hope you're not. Now, I'll put that link in there. Ain't nobody joined yet, Emmanuel. You see what happens? You see that? I wanted famous Jameson to be our quarterback, but got settled for Goff, missing targets by yards instead. Rob, you looking familiar. I think I might have been sitting by you, Rob. Were you sitting kind of close at the game? Did you go to the game today, Rob? I think you're looking kind of familiar right now. Somebody showed up. All right, now you get your camera off now, Dr. Detroit. You can turn it off. Thank you. Our quarterback, but got settled for Goff. And you gotta mute. You gotta mute the video. You gotta mute it. So I'll give you a second. No, not your mic. You gotta mute the actual YouTube video. I forgot to tell you that part. Let me know when you got that part muted, then unmute yourself and I'll bring you in. You good? Dr. Detroit, you good? That's why you look familiar. All right, there you go. Dr. Detroit. What up, though?
What up?
You joined the show. I'm hyped. I appreciate you for jumping in. They're going to put the link back in the chat for people who want to get in here and talk. What are your thoughts of today's game?
Well, I honestly, Luke, I really think, and I know it's hard on chat because I come off snarky, so and challenging, but that's because you can't do it you can't really say what you want to say writing.
Facts.
So I want to say that right off the bat, right?
Right.
So no, I agree with like 60% of what you say, but then I feel like sometimes it goes off the rail. Let me give you what I think of today's game. I feel like it is better than I expected, and I'm expecting 5-12. And after today's game, I feel like, yeah, we're gonna get 5-12. We're a 5-12 team. We're not playing over our heads to get to 5-12. We're a 5-12 team. And I felt like Golf was surprising. I mean, yeah, he started off shaky. It's the first game with all these team players he hasn't played with all year. They seem to get it together a bit in the third and fourth quarter. The defense, dude, is it's horrible. The back end of it is abysmal. And Derek Barnes, just like you said, is what you said he was. And I didn't believe in that either yet. But he is what you said. He looks like he's going to be an all-star player in this league.
Yeah, I walk away so frustrated as I watch Alex Anzalone refuse to attack the line of scrimmage, and then you put this guy in, and what do you know? Things get real. So, and a lot of times the reason why I don't take what I see in the chat personal is because I understand that you can't always articulate tone of voice and what you're trying to say.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's hard. It's especially with me. I'm kind of a curt person, so I'll say something real quick and it'll come off like, oh, this guy's being a dick, and I'm not.
No, so, it just boils down to this. For the quarterback, and it's right here, Jack Frost makes a very good point. So Goff, who threw majority of his passes to wide receivers in LA, now suddenly forgets that wide receivers are a part of the offense. Yeah, okay. I feel that same way. Like, how did he forget this? Like, in the first half, you only threw it to 2 receivers. How? I don't believe that the Lions coaching staff was like, yo, throw it there. And that be the case. I don't think that's how it went down. I just don't see it to be that way. So
I see our deficiency is wide receivers going down deep. I didn't see anybody open down deep like you're saying.
Oh shit, yes they was. Oh my God.
Okay, now I'll tell you this though. On camera when you're watching on TV, and I know because my family's had tickets since 47 front row. So I know. You get a different view of who's open deeper down the field than the camera allows.
Right.
So you may be correct, Luke, but on TV I could tell you they all looked covered downfield. So
fair enough. Yeah. You know what? You make a very good point because, like I said, my perspective was from the thing. Jimbo G says, Luke, did you go to the game? Yeah, I walked away from that game mad as hell.
Because you're seeing what people don't get to see in a TV screen. So there is an advantage there. There's no doubt. Right.
Now we got Ghost Gunner joining us. Again, I've opened this up. If you want to get in here and say a few things and hop out, by all means do so. I'll bring you in for a few and hop out. And I want to keep my main person as a 49er fan because his team won. And I want to give him the glory because I talked a whole lot of shit about how we was going to win this game. And it didn't go the way I saw it because I didn't see some things playing out the way they did.
What I'm worried about, Luke, is that a lot of people feel that way, and what they really should feel is better about their team. They should listen. Our first game, we identified a whole bunch of stuff. Let's run through it. We've identified, hey, Golf is as good as Eli Manning, at least. We identified Sewell is a left tackle and probably a Hall of Famer left tackle if we leave him there.
Not according to Daniel Kelly.
He is a 32nd round right tackle, 32nd ranking right tackle if we put him there, right? Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay. Our Pick and Barnes is over the top good for defense. I don't think. Well, you've seen it, but most people did not see that. Okay. Barnes looks like a star. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
He needs to play
when you put him in. He looked good, man.
He needs to start. It's simple.
Yeah.
When did he get on the field?
And Harris and Okudah are absolute. Harris can't tackle shit, and Okudah is a bust, like I've been saying since, and you've been saying too.
I say he should be a safety. I don't want to give him bust yet, but he should be a safety though.
At least try him at safety. But if he can't cut the mustard at safety, he's got to go.
100%. All right, hold on, Dr. Detroit. Don't go nowhere. I'm giving people a chance to come and get their shine on. We go to you now, Ghost Gunner. What is your thought on the game? Ghost?
Anybody else? Yeah, you hear me?
Yep, I hear you now.
All right. Did anybody else notice that Jamal Williams only had 6 carries in the first half?
Bruh, listen, I was going to get into that on a later one, but I lost my crap when I saw all this sea of red. I could not believe that. I was like, yo, this ain't real.
I actually did not notice that until you showed the image.
Dude, this is nuts.
I'm glad you showed that.
This is nuts. Like, this was me getting mad I was trying to get like you know how you can swing your phone and you can see the whole thing. I was trying to do that and I got irritated. It's just red everywhere. Like people don't understand. I'm that close. I can hear them talking. That's how close I was. That's a sea of red. The score is 7-7, and it's a sea of red.
Yeah, that's insane for a home opener.
My man Rams House joined us. Rams House, you say you disagree with me a little bit. What's going on?
What's up, man? Well, first of all, I mean, I'm not going to go too hard on it because I know you have a pretty difficult angle to see a lot of things from that view that you're showing in your pictures there. I have sat at that level before. I've got friends who've literally texting me from the game who sat at that level trying to figure out exactly what's going on because they can't see everything. So I'm not going to go crazy about it, but there's definitely a few things that I think you're missing. We agree 100%. Anzalone was complete human garbage out there. He was awful. I don't think Jamie Collins was good until the fourth quarter. I don't think he even had a tackle till the fourth quarter, actually. He had a few nice stops in the fourth quarter. And Barnes was significantly better. But for one, I mean, I think it's a little cheap excuse for Will Harris that as a strong safety, one of his primary roles is to stop the run when it gets past the linebackers. And he missed 5 tackles. I counted them.
No. That part is right. That part is right. But the problem that I was having with trying to – so you got to understand, Will Harris last year was a total loss. You don't understand. Like that, he wasn't even in the vicinity. You hear me? Like not even close. So I'm looking for improvements out of him more so than anything. But I noticed that the moment Derek Barnes came in, he was able to make more plays because they wasn't getting full head of steam driving towards him. And yes, he got to make those tackles. I'm not absolving him of that. I'm just simply saying that in looking at the guy, I walked away and was like, I'm not mad at the safeties.
But that's the problem. That's his job. When they get past the linebackers, he has to make that tackle. Making a tackle on a guy who's already wrapped up by Derek Barnes or Jamie Collins in the gap isn't a useful skill. I could hire your son to do that because he's not moving. Tackling a guy who's gotten past the linebackers is what a strong safety does. That's what
This is true. This is fair.
You're going to watch the film. He missed 5 tackles horribly. Secondly, there was some confusion with this in the chat and obviously some confusion for you. But when we watch that film, you're going to see Amani was the one getting cooked all day. Amani led up the vast majority of catches to Deebo Samuel. Multiple people kept going, oh, was that Okudah? And then I rewind the stream I was watching and say, no, that was Amani again. Amani I bet he led up at least 8-9 passes.
Oh, well, listen, I always go back and review it. I'm just giving
I know you do.
Yeah.
That's why I said I could go hard on you because I know you have a bad angle. You haven't watched film. But on the Jared, we got about 4 plays in the telecast where they showed it from overhead and made a point to go, there's no receivers open. There hasn't been receivers open the entire first half. They showed us overhead views showing Amon-Ra St. Brown double covered, a lot of times TJ double covered. And in fact, it was one of the things that we were talking about in the chat in the first half was there's no deep threat. So the field is getting condensed. The middle of the field is being taken away and the run game is being slowed down because there's no one opening up the deep ball. And yes, I got it. Jared has to throw it, but it has to be available for him to throw it. And
but there was. So I'll give you a few of the plays that stood out to me. Right. So, on the I want to say it was after we got the fumble, after we went 3 and out and got the fumble, and we went for the field goal. The at the back of the end zone, TJ Hawkinson was open, and then we got the ball back on offense after that, and then there was one play where Quintez Cephas was running. I want to say it was a slant go route he ran, but whatever, I can't remember quite what the route was. I'm trying to, because obviously I'm stuck on this side of the field.
Sure.
All right. So, but I looked up and he had a nice little step, and Jared Goff threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, there was a deep pass. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. There was a deep pass where Jared threw it probably 40 yards.
But then there was another pass. There was another pass to Amon-Ra St. Brown that he threw that wasn't even near Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yes, those were both in the first quarter.
Right, and that to me is a problem.
No,
I get that it was in the first.
On the flip side, though, he had 2 deep passes taken away by penalties, bogus penalties.
Now I will tell you that those 2 deep passes that they had, I'll tell you that was fair.
The one on Quintez Cephas, you're going to watch the film on that, and the corner 2 hands, full extension, push out of bounds. No, you'll see it. It was like 10 yards downfield.
I'm laughing at D who says, Luke, you cost me money, so I'm throwing ketchup your way. Why? Jeff Frost says, first y'all say wide receivers are trash all off season. Then y'all sudden it's Goff's fault that the receivers can't catch the ball. Yeah, okay. I didn't say the receivers was trash.
No, you didn't say that, but a lot of people he's arguing with in chat, I have been saying that.
Oh, okay.
That was the other thing. I counted 7 legit, not like diving catch attempts, legit right on the hands passes that were dropped too. So I would argue on the Jared Goff front that it was a tale of 2 halves. It was a rough first half, and it was a really good second half. And we could do this. We could, I know Emmanuel mentioned it. We could do this all day, right? Teams play prevent defense. Well, teams play prevent defense and don't almost let up a 28-point lead come back.
Facts. Yeah, that's just.
See, this is what we do, right? People kept saying, even you said it, Luke. You said if they force Goff to throw, we're in trouble. Well, they forced Goff to throw, and he almost brought us back 28 points. So, we can't have it both ways. I understand we say it's garbage time, but they forced Goff to throw, and he handled business.
Dude, so as good as Stafford did any day of the week.
He was. That's the thing that about Goff that people need to understand is, you're talking about Jamal Williams, getting pumped out. Dude, Goff is steady. There's going to be his pick 6. Dude never changes. While they were doing that comeback, Goff is steady. He's leading these drives. He's getting people downfield. I mean, he's getting people moving. Like, you see, the leadership aspect of it is solid, and he's done this before. He's done this in big games. He's done it in lots of situations. So
the ball isn't as pretty coming out of Goff's hand. I totally agree. Stafford throws
doesn't throw a perfect bullet. There's no debating. Not like Stafford does.
He does. Put it in open field. He does.
But let me just kind of put you in a different mindset. So as I'm sitting here watching the game, right? Which I prefer to be on that second level, but you know what? I got the tickets where I got them, and I got a moment with my kid. That's the best part of all of this. But I'm sitting here, I'm telling you, bro. He had a clean pocket where he just needed to move to his left, move to the right, and he didn't, and he stayed there. And then I'm like, okay, I know Goff ain't no runner.
I think he did. Honestly, I think I'll give you that, but I think there was a handful of plays where Goff showed excellent pocket awareness and mobility, escaping.
It's in every game, right? We can't even begin to argue that. It's in every game.
We've watched film together. We know Goff can go cotton cold on his pocket.
Right. But my problem is this: when we're talking about the tail of the tape in the first half, and you're not hitting receivers, when 25 of your 38 passes. And I think it might have been higher than that, but I was trying to keep count and still entertain my son and still enjoy the game. So y'all got to excuse all this. But I still just walked away looking like Jared Goff needs to freaking throw the ball down the field. So he didn't do that.
Between 2 different things, what I'll say is, number one, the aspect that he's playing on an entirely new scheme with an entirely new team. First half, first game is a big deal. Obviously, there's going to be growing pains. Number 2, I would say ease up a little bit, watch the film, and then give a real legit assessment. Because I don't think you had the angle to really properly diagnose.
Oh, yeah, but listen, you
how
know
much
me.
time you had and who was open.
Listen, I'm definitely gonna go back and watch the film.
I know.
But I'm putting a link in the chat so people who want to talk can come in and state their case and put it out there. Let me bounce it back around to Emmanuel. Emmanuel, as a person who, because obviously your team won, I'm going to say this a lot of times that Emmanuel. And if you're wondering who in the hell is Emmanuel, the reason that picture is up there is because I'm trying to show y'all how bad it was that we didn't even have a home field advantage. There was no home field advantage.
To be fair to Lions fans, the 49ers basically do this all over the country. So
yeah, but hold on, the game was sold out. Listen, bro. I really in my head knew I didn't. If you telling me that this happens all on the regular, I would have been like, really? That would have changed a lot of what I'm saying. But I'm thinking we finna buy every ticket. I'm handed the game is close to sold out. I'm like, bet, that's great. They had a few spot tickets here and there. I'm like, all right, cool. And I get there, there's a sea of red.
Can I ask Emmanuel a question?
Go ahead.
Emmanuel, if I would have told you 5 days ago that your team would be up 28 points and that Jared Goff had a chance to tie the game with seconds left, would you have believed that?
No, for sure. Like I said, I go back to, and like I said, I understand where y'all coming off with Goff and doing great in the second half. But, me being a 49er fan and seeing Goff up close these last few years, whenever Luke asked me the other day about who I would choose, between Jimmy G and Goff, like I told him that day, it was kind of like, picking straws, basically. Like, these guys, they both have a tendency to, like I said, Jimmy G did good today for the most part, besides that early fumble. But it's also a product of what Shanahan, gives him. He gives him a lot of easy throws to make. There was a couple he did that were difficult. But the thing I go back to with Goff is the reason I say that turnover was so, important before the end of the first half. I believe y'all were down 11. Then that, turnover where you had the guy on the flat just throw to him.
It was
it totally just changed the whole dynamic of, the game.
Yep.
Then you go.
That was a turning point.
They get a field goal. Go ahead.
Emmanuel, let me ask you a question. Have you been watching the Lions long?
No, like I said, I'm never. Like I said, I've got on this show the other day just because I was going through Lion, streams, and I came across.
Let me explain something. Matt Stafford did this many times in games. Not to bag on Matt, but Matt Stafford did this too.
Not with a run game, though. Not with a run game. In all fairness, not with a run game.
No, I agree, Luke. This run game looks like. I agree, but hold on a minute. But as far as quarterback, Matt Stafford kind of did the same thing to us too. I mean, he had some end of game wins too, but he threw interception at bad times. So put it in context for if you're trading one QB for the other and you're getting 2 first-round picks in a third, how much better is that to build the run game now that we have that? That's what we got for trading Stafford. We can run the ball, and this is where I wish Luke would kind of focus is like, look at what this yielded. We can run the ball, so we could take a average quarterback and actually do some good things.
Well, listen, make no mistake. We in the same wheelhouse on that. That's one of the reasons why I keep putting my infamous photo up. You know what I mean? The photo that people don't like me to drop, but it's truth, right? Golf throwing it to anybody, and I think it was working today, and it showed proof, or him being on his back with So I get it. I'm not killing it. I just, like I said, also to the people in the chat, I am giving you all a chance to join this show. You simply have to jump in on this link. When you get here, I'm just gonna ask you to show me your face before I bring you on the air. And you do that, you get on, and we talk some ball. I'm not even trying to hide. Y'all can have whatever view y'all want. My biggest takeaway was I was disgusted with the fact that Alex Anzalone was in this game this long, and I can't figure out what he did to earn that spot. And Derek Barnes is 100% better than him, and he looked better than Jamie Collins today. And it's upsetting. And then I don't understand, how is it possible that we're running the ball, but then when it comes time to throw the ball, we just gonna say forget that, huh? We just forget that. So that's all I'm saying. Ghost, let me ask you this. What was your biggest takeaway from this game?
Biggest takeaway. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. All right.
we got a lot of good things to build off after that second half. Going into next week, we got a lot of good things to build from. After that disaster first half, not capitalizing off the turnover, missed field goal, that game would have looked a whole lot different if we score on both that turnover.
Yep, and or at least get that, because you got to think, we won a turnover battle, people, and lost the game. We won a time of possession and lost the game. We would have outrushed them, but apparently Alex Anzalone needs to be out there. Which again, isn't he out there to be like a coverage linebacker? Where is he at? On a few of them plays, I'm like, no, he was supposed to be covering the fullback, and one time he was supposed to be Kittle. Now I know that's a hard thing to do, but damn, where was he?
I'll tell you what sticks out like crazy, Luke, is how open the running lanes were for the first few quarters and how open receivers were. They were wide open.
Okay. Dim Son says, Luke G, did I miss the crow eating? No, I'm still eating it right now. I got a mouthful of it. They haven't given me anything to wash it down. So hey, it is what it is. Should we just use Burns and back it next week? See how the kid do? Or use Burns and Pittman? It's just, I just can't do this Collins Anzalone thing. I'm like, they wasn't attacking the line of scrimmage from what I can see.
Yeah, both of our safeties do not need to be leading the team in tackles.
Right, and that's my problem. That's one of the reasons why I wasn't killing them so much, because I'm like, why are the safeties, the top tacklers? They're running the ball, and they wasn't even trying to they wasn't running a lot of stretch plays, which ironically enough, I thought they would, but they didn't. They were running it right in the gaps that linebackers feel in the 3-4, and they wasn't being stopped. Luke is a 007 agent.
Luke,
that's why he can't show his face. Yes.
Let me ask a question. So things I'm interested in are, okay, so what, and this is for Rams House as well, because I want an outsider's perspective. There's many facets to coaching, picking players. We've seen them, and we like what they're doing there, it seems like. And there's also time management, clock management. There's play calling. What kind of grades and expectations would you give this coaching staff for the other side of the ball? The coaching side, the on the sidelines coaching aspect.
You mean for the 49ers?
No, for our team, for our coaches. How did they do today?
Overall, they did well. There was, like I said, the biggest gripes I had with them is I don't believe that they put our best players on the field, especially on defense, and that was a problem for me. But overall, I thought they did well. I love the aggression of the head coach. I love the intensity. Like y'all may not have been panicked, but Deuce Staley is different. Like he's yelling at everything. He cussed out a linebacker for missing a tackle, and it was like, don't maybe put a running back out there. I'm like, what?
Did you see Aubrey Matthews screaming at Okuda to do his fucking job?
Yep.
Who was gonna cry?
10 times he screamed in his face, "Do your fucking job."
Yeah, I mean, and he should have. Alex Anzalone is captain. Burns is still going to be a backup all season. That's terrible.
When have you seen a Lions coach do that on the sidelines to a Lions player? I'll wait.
Especially a top draft pick.
I've never seen that. I was sitting with my 80-year-old father. He said, "Man, I ain't never seen that since George Wilson back in the day."
Well, I put it this way. Let me switch gears, because like I said, I'm giving everybody a chance to get in there. I got people joining, and I'll add them as they come. Oh, I know who Avery is. Avery, what up, though?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's going on, man? What are your thoughts after watching this game? I walked away wanting to fight because I just don't Alex Anzalone was pissing me off. I swear he was. I should have had that level of aggression and intention, but he was pissing me off.
Yeah, I wanted to do a video with you, man, about it. I knew it was going to be a big game, big draw, man. I wanted to do a video. Honestly, I was at the game. I've seen what you've seen with the fans. It's kind of split.
Split?
It's kind of
split? Man, what side was you sitting on? What?
I was in 137. I was in row I was in seat 16, row 7.
And you saw a split between red and blue?
It's sad because the side, I was at the goalpost, and the side was full. It seemed like those two sides on the sidelines where the teams be at.
Yeah,
they was like red and blue, and red looked really predominant on that left side.
it was.
In my
It was.
In my section, though, we had one 49ers fan. This dude, like, I guess he like put up a jersey and put his name on the back. So he was hopping up every time. And, you know, when you're at the game and you see people just wide open down the field, see, you know, I know there's people, you know, everything King said, oh, this is a great win this is a moral victory. I'm sorry, I don't believe in that.
I don't believe in that neither.
I don't know if Analytics didn't believe in it or Rams House believe it. I don't believe in that nonsense. But when I see Tyron Williams down the field 3 times open, no one around him, and Goff just throws a 2-yard pass, a 5-yard pass, it just drives me crazy. You know what? I'm starting to believe that his team, he didn't take his team to the Super Bowl. He was just on the bus. I'm starting to believe.
You said he was just on the bus when they went to the Super Bowl.
He was on the bus because I don't know if there was like a DNA glitch or something. I don't know what happened to him. I was just really confused. So, but sitting there in the game, I'm like, wow, it's just this run game is miraculous. Penei Sewell, miraculous. The defense doing what they're supposed to do. I know they gave up a few plays, but they were on the field too much. You know, you look at the time of possession. I mean, it tells a story like that. The first half time of possession was crazy.
The first half time of possession for the Lions, I mean, let me go back and double check because I do keep track of stuff like that because I be needing to know, right? Like I just need to see it with my own 2 eyes. Let me go back to the actual thing. I think I screenshotted it, to be honest with you. All right. So the first half time of possession. Yeah, I mean, it was in favor of the Lions. 25. At this point, it was 25 to basically like 19. So just putting it out there. But Detroit, Dr. Detroit, Ghost Gunner, y'all still with me, right?
Yeah.
Again, I'm giving anybody a chance that they want to come in here and say what they want. Like I'm listen, you're not gonna get too much pushback from me. My biggest takeaway was we lost home field advantage before that game even started. It was way too many red jerseys in that damn crowd. Another thing that stood out to me was Alex Anzalone need not to be a starting linebacker. In fact, he needs to be the one on special teams. He's not a run stop defender, and he's not this coverage linebacker. I just feel like you can upgrade from him, and there was a difference. And I'm sitting there next to a guy who's a Cowboy fan who was like, "Yeah, why is 55 not in more?" I don't know.
But
like,
man, on the field, by the way, when did he even get on the field? I swear I didn't notice him until the 4th quarter.
That's when he got on the field. He was doing special teams all the way up until there.
Nah, that shit got to change next week.
He was all over the field when he played.
Dude, like
I agree with you. I seen Alex, but I didn't see him doing a lot. I seen him just everywhere, but I didn't see him like creating havoc or anything.
Now my man Easy from SpeakEZ Sports is in the building. What's going on, Easy?
What's up, man?
Man, not much. Sitting up here trying to understand how we lost the damn home field advantage in Detroit to the 49ers. That's the first one. Trying to figure out why Alex Anzalone is the starter. That's the second one. Trying to figure out why the Detroit Lions coaching staff didn't do more to get Jared Goff to acknowledge his targets down the damn field. What were your takeaways from the game?
Everything kind of was like as expected. The only thing that caught me by surprise, my biggest takeaway, honestly, Penei Sewell stepping into the left tackle position and
like a boss.
Like a boss, man.
Like a boss.
Like a boss. He was going to the fire, man. Like what, 3 days before the game? You know what I'm saying? He's been practicing and learning the playbook on the right side of the line. And then now he has to hop in last minute at the left side tackle against Nick Bosa. Like, man.
Yeah.
People thought Nick Bosa was going to come in and kill it. And he handled Nick Bosa for the majority of that game. Nick Bosa was getting frustrated, bro. I saw him. He tried the spin move, didn't work. He tried the rip, pull, reach, didn't work. He tried to do the swim, didn't work. He bull rushed and got stonewall. I was like, bro.
He moved to the right side of the line.
Yeah, and everybody was like, yeah, they're gonna have to chip him. They weren't chipping him.
Right.
So
that was great to see that. And my other takeaway was when Jamal Williams and those holes, bro, those rushing holes. I'm not used to that as a Detroit Lions fan. Like that's new.
Right.
I don't remember a rushing attack like that for us. At least I mean I know Reggie and Drake did their thing, but they didn't have holes like they had today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, that's fair. I want to address this to my man Josh Up. He's a 49er fan. And I eat my crow with pride. I ain't putting no salt on it. No, I ain't putting nothing on there. Okay. I don't even like ketchup, so don't worry about that being on there neither. But he says, Luke G, last week when you went on the 49ers YouTube channel, right, which is the Last Second Sports, which I got to go back over to eat some crow. And I'll even give him a chance to come on the show, so go on the show with him so he can just give me a full slapping of disrespect. I think it was you and it was another person in that stream who was like, we travel well. And I was like, but we sold out. How can where y'all get these tickets from? It was a sea of red, bro. It was a sea of red. We on offense, and I'm trying to figure out. They telling the fans to be quiet, and I'm like, do y'all realize them not us? That's not us. Then we get on defense, and we trying to get loud, and that's when I realized, oh, that us. That's how I knew they was in there. Seriously,
Braylon and Armani were streaming before they went. You know what I'm saying, before the game on Wolverine Sports, and they had like the walkway was in the background. Next thing you know, Brian paused the damn stream and everything. The whole conversation. He said, "Braylon, look behind you," and it was literally a sea of red,
bruh,
falling in the middle of it with a giant ass flag. I was like, "Oh, that's messed up."
Bruh, it was no home field advantage. Bruh, let me tell you something. On that last drive when it was 4th down, just before the last play of the game, it got so loud in there, bro. I couldn't even hear the people next to me. I couldn't. They made sure the Lions couldn't get nothing off. I was like, bro, this is not normal.
I thought they were screaming, "Let's go Red Wings."
Well, hey, it was crazy. So overall, what was your takeaway from the game, Easy? I want to get everybody's view on this. Like I said, I got Avery Giovanni, aka Spirit of Detroit, in the build. I got Ghost Gunner, longtime subscriber. Ghost, you still doing YouTube?
Casually.
Okay, I still got Ghost Gunner, who occasionally does YouTube, and then I still got Dr. Detroit in the building. But I'm gonna make sure I hit on every single person. And if you want
Dr.
to
Detroit's
join,
here?
Yeah.
Oh snap! What up, Dr. D?
It's easy, baby.
He showed up. You feel me? So again, the link is in there. And DeJuan Davis, shout out. He says Aaron Rodgers and the Packers look awful today. Well, let's hope they look that way come Monday, because that's the next game, which I was supposed to go to. But I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. They opening day is nuts, people. I literally had tickets to go to this game. I called to book a hotel. The nearest hotel was 4.5 hours away.
Yeah.
4.5 hours away. Now, stay with me. Huh? Bro, I tried everything. Everything you tried was, listen, they take this opening day stuff in Wisconsin serious. Right? Now, stay with me. So I said, you know what? Forget it. 4.5 hours, I'll just get an Uber. I looked at that Uber bill. I could have literally bought the car for that price. I was like, I can't. I just can't do it. So I'm working with the guy who got the tickets for me to come up with a better game plan to go to the game next year, because I'm trying to hit every NFL stadium before I leave the thing called Earth. So that's my plan. Listen, I'm gonna hook up with you later. We're gonna get all this stuff planned. We get this travel thing going and hit all these different stadiums, bro. For real. All right. Now, I'm gonna go through, starting with you, Dr. Detroit. I need your biggest loser, biggest winner today.
Biggest loser, Okuda by far. Biggest winner, I have to say Derek Barnes or Penny Sewell. It's both of them, and that's what's exciting. There's my word.
Okay, let me go to you, Ghost. Biggest winner, biggest loser.
Biggest loser, probably our linebacking core, other than Barnes. Biggest winner, I'm gonna throw it to Jamal Williams. I thought he looked good for majority of the game.
Okay. Again, keep in mind, DeAndre Swift was pissed that Jamal Williams got that go ahead, and then not that he didn't want to celebrate Jamal Williams, but he wanted that ball. He wanted that ball big time. I'm going on Avery, Spirit of Detroit.
Yes.
Biggest winner, biggest loser in today's game.
Biggest winner for me is Penny Sewell, overcoming the dysfunction of the Lions organization.
He said overcoming the dysfunction.
You take that back.
I mean, I think Detroit Lions YouTube, if we could all get along, can run this team a lot better than what I've seen.
Facts. Facts.
The biggest loser, I would say, the city of Detroit. I think the city of Detroit really showed out today. Showed up, tried to support this team. I know the faithful, came out this, that, and the third, but we have to. There was people, the lady I was next to. She's a season ticket holder. She dropped $2,500, and this is the show that they have. This is the show. So I'm glad that I only wasted $150 of my time and pay, and that's it. We're the biggest losers for real, because we believe, and that's it.
Okay, I ain't mad at you. Easy, biggest winner, biggest loser.
I'm gonna go biggest loser first because I like that on a high note. The biggest loser was Jeff Okudah. As a guy I've gone to bat for time and time again, and giving him reasons and excuses as to why he wasn't, didn't perform. And I didn't expect him to perform to number 3 pick because he shouldn't have been taking number 3 anyway. But definitely Jeff Okudah. He got burned. It looked bad twice. And then my winner though is definitely Penei Sewell, man. Penei Sewell and maybe even Jamal Williams.
Okay. My biggest winner today was Derek Barnes. It was night and day. it was night and day. They call a run. He made all 3 run stops. That was it. All 3 run. He should be out there more often. And my biggest loser was Alex Anzalone and Jamie Collins. I'm sick of it. This is football. Y'all know how this works. It's a run, damn it. Play the run. This is not hard. This is not rocket scientists. Like, it's ridiculous. I started to give the fan base the biggest loser for letting them have home field advantage like that. But damn, that other thing was worse. And it just don't make sense. It just don't. For real. Luke told people he wasn't going to the game. He ain't met with none of the subscribers there. No, so originally what happened was I was not going to the game. 100% was not going to the game.
Yeah, I think I remember you saying that on the stream that you weren't going to go.
Yeah, I was not going to the game. Literally, like this morning. And if you check my community post and my Discord, I posted it at that time when I found out. That like this morning, a friend hit me up and said, "Hey, I know you're trying to find some tickets for you and your son to go. I found some. My coworker got. Do you want them?" I said, "Hell yeah, I want them." I said, "How much you want for them?" He said, "Nothing. I'm buying them for you so you can take your son to the game." And that's how I got to go to the game. I had no intentions of going to the game. So if my friend didn't do it, I wouldn't have had a chance to take him to the game because I wasn't going without my son. I wanted my son to experience this, and he didn't. He was disappointed that they lost. But you know what my son said to me when the game ended? "Dad, we're going to get him next time." I was like, "Oh, okay." So I know, right? So
first taste of hope.
So that's how I ended up going to the game, bro. 100%. HBK Tokyo says the biggest loser, Jarek Bubble Screen Golf. He was water the first 3 quarters. I don't want to see his face after this season. Listen, I'm disappointed in golf too. People was open. Avery, you saw people open too, right? You saw receivers in that first half open too, right?
I forgot we had a quarterback. Yeah, he would be the biggest loser. I forgot.
Lions might beat the Packers next week. I'm not so confident because, like I said, the home field advantage does make a difference, and that was a huge problem because I seen the Lions out there having to tap legs to get the ball snapped, and I'm like, this is nuts.
A night game home field advantage too. So, but real quick, you guys said the receivers were open, right?
I saw receivers open.
Okay, because we got a work group chat for Woodward Sports, and like they're trying to blame the receivers. I was like, what do you like? How'd you not like the whole first quarter? Golf was missing guys, like with bad passes. I mean, how you blaming the receivers right now? But I wasn't there to watch everyone's routes in entirety.
The receivers did have a fair share of drops. I think Rams House pointed out that they had like 7 drops or whatever, but 7 drops in the game. How many did the 49ers have? I mean, that's a talking point that we should probably look at to see the opposition of it. I probably can figure it out if I go and look at it really quick. Let me see. Because go ahead.
Like he didn't look. he looked bad in that first quarter, for sure. Like I can't lie. Like he was missing guys like heavily, but like for what he does, he is what he is, man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't expect much of him. I expected that kind of performance from him because that's what he is. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good. You know what I'm saying?
You expected 3-yard passes and passes flat that didn't cross the line of scrimmage. That's what you expected.
Yeah, man. That's how he rolls. That's why, like when we first made that trade, me and Luke were up to 12 o'clock, maybe even 2 o'clock, arguing about whatever we
sure as hell did.
But we had a Rams fan join us, and he told us, you know what I'm saying, like golf, beyond 10 yards or 20 yards, he gave us the stats, and I don't remember the exact numbers of it off the top of my head, but they were bad. I was like, damn, like it's like that. You remember that, Luke? I don't remember the numbers.
No, listen. We had to talk. Ram House was on earlier. He was on with us earlier. He
got
off
with us. Joined us that
yeah.
Night? Okay, yeah.
Yep. That was Ram's house. But yeah, I remember that conversation. Like I said, man, I don't think that my assessment of what happened in that game was off. I think it was more so that when I looked at this game, we lost that home field advantage immediately. I was just like, yo, that's not cool. Apparently, Aaron Rodgers don't threw 2 interceptions. What the hell is going on with A-Rod? I'm watching it.
He was trying to do too much, man.
Yeah,
I think he's trying to like ball out because of the whole shit that happened in the summer.
Well, I lost a lot of.
Which brings up a good point. Do you think maybe the coaches were trying to keep the interceptions low with golf?
I don't know. I don't know if it was coaching that was telling him this, but it looked like once the ball was snapped, he just didn't see him. Cause they was open, like he threw, like okay. It was another play. We was on the end zone. That's when we took the field goal, and made it 10. Freaking T.J. Hockenson was open in the backfield, and I'm gonna be watching film the next 2 days to see if I'm wrong about this. So it's just gonna be a bit of a challenge to see, what happened. But yeah. It's a Luke, your hopium is a ripoff. That's good hopium. You better keep that.
I told y'all. Hey, real quick, I say this though. This is my takeaway, though, honestly. I do want to get this out because it's a plus. I'm a realist and I do piss people off sometimes when I give my opinion on the Lions. But when Dan Campbell came here, he had the speech about the kneecaps and how we get knocked down, we're about to get back up. And if we get knocked back down, we're about to get back up. And tonight, or this evening or whatever afternoon, that's what you saw on Ford Field today.
Yep.
So, and I like that.
Amen.
Well, look, I want to get people ready so they can get ready for that next game. Dr. Detroit, I'll give you a chance to give your final thoughts. Again, I'm going to be live tomorrow, giving people a chance to come on and chew me a new one, whether you like what you saw or don't. And it gives me a chance to watch the game from a different perspective. But being that close and looking, I was a little disgusted because I just kept looking at how much red it was. I was like, yo, this is not real.
Game Pass will tell you. Game Pass will tell you.
Of course.
How many times receivers he missed. NFL Game Pass will show the whole 22 film, and we can all figure it out together because there was times where them receivers was covered, and there was nothing down the field. And then there was blatant times where my whole section is yelling number 6. And he could go out there. I could go out there. My girlfriend could go out there. A squirrel probably. You know what? The halftime game. This is the best indicator of what the game.
The dog.
They had the dog. The lady threw the frisbee 40 yards. I was like, damn, we should sign her. That means.
He said we should sign her. That's crazy. Dr. Detroit, give the people your final thoughts, man. Obviously, I'm going to be live tomorrow, so I'll give everybody a chance to come on and rock with it. Give the people your final thoughts, man.
My final thoughts are my expectations were met or exceeded. And I'm really excited after Barnes and Sewell and even Amon St. Rod, the way he played today, for the future to see what else we pick up because this team needs some players, obviously. And I'm glad that we shook out some of the players that needed to be shooken out of this team, like Okuda and some others. So maybe even Collins and Anzalone. But I'm happy. I'm happy where we're going. I can't wait for the next 2 years, and that's really my final thoughts, guys.
Hey, listen, I can respect that. I can rock with that 100%. Ghost Gunner, My man who's been there from day one, rocking with me. What are your thoughts on, man, I know, right? I feel like he made that name up because he was like really badass in some like Call of Duty game.
Yeah, when I was 12 years old.
Oh, well, I guess that still count. What are your final thoughts, people?
All right, I got a negative and a positive. My negative is I'm getting my ass handed me in our pickup league. I got 4 right so far.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that pickup league. I got to talk about it tomorrow. I've already looked at my picks. I was like, bruh.
I'm getting whooped today. But a positive is so far in our division, we have scored the most points, and we are still tied for first, depending what happens tonight.
Are you serious?
Yes. Because the Packers only scored 3 and lost, and the Vikings lost in overtime to the Bengals. And the Bears are up next against the Rams. So we'll see what happens tonight. We may still be tied for first, so we're chilling.
All right. You got a positive you said for me, right?
That was my positive, unfortunately.
Oh, Jesus. I can't get mad at that. My negative was the Pick'em League. Man, I'm with you. Avery, a.k.a. Spirit of Detroit, you give me that final thoughts for the people, man, as we get up out of here. And I'm not even, listen, I didn't even say nothing about thumbs up or thumbs down. I'm pretty sure I got a bunch of thumbs down. I'm not even mad either way it go. This is your chance to basically dump on me. I'm here for a reason. You can't be right all the time.
Yeah, I wanted to do a served up Sunday with you, man. I really wanted to. It was really
okay.
Yeah.
If I wasn't like I said, I didn't know I was going to this game until I knew, and then I was like, all right, bet. But yeah, next week I know I ain't going to Green Bay, so so hit me up and we'll set it up and get the time locked down.
Yeah. But my final thought would be, we're building the right way. It's gonna be a process, but I need Jared Goff to go off, and I don't need Jared Goofball. So I need him just to be his higher self, his better self, his self that got me to got us to the Super Bowl or got the Rams or whatever. I need him to be that. And hopefully Campbell gonna tell him, I need you to get this dialed up. We play Green Bay Monday night. So don't embarrass us, please. And that's it. It's just, let's keep moving and let's keep our heads up. Obviously, I'm gonna rant later on tonight, but let's just keep it moving. Let's just make this one game we can laugh at.
It's gonna have to be. Fun fact, people. Isaiah Simmons, 9 total tackles, 7 solo, 2 pass deflects. Just thought I'd put that out there.
We have him and Derek Barnes.
Oh my God! I'm just gonna leave it alone. We need 3 years. Remember that. Easy. Easy. Final thoughts for the people.
Look, man. I just want everyone to know, like, this is what you should have expected. Going to this game, honestly, this is what I expected, and what I was looking for to take out of it was to see us compete and be competitive, and I did get that today. So, it's a loss, yes, but again, that's what I expected. So I got what I needed to be positive about my Lions going forward. You know what I'm saying? And I also want to say, I made a Hopium video. I
saw the video and I was busting out. I busted out laughing. I was like, "Oh, okay, it's Patty showing. Okay, he been real Patty today. I got it. I'm gonna join you though. Trust me. You know it's coming back. You know.
Oh, no, I know you get, bro. You still saying I'm Matt Patricia supporter. I can't even.
You are. You are. You know what it is. Listen, people. Again, thank y'all for rocking with me. Hopefully, y'all didn't lose y'all minds on me ranting about losing the home field advantage. I've never seen that. I've been to a lot of Lions games. I've never been to a Lions game where I saw that much red. Never. So. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I can't end the show unless I do it on a positive note, because obviously I'm going to be back live tomorrow talking about the Lions and everything that included. Maybe we hear that Okudah is out for the season, or maybe we hear that the Lions traded for somebody. Who knows? A lot of things can happen for the longest. But here's my positive quote of the day. Today I got a chance to go out and spend a day with my son. I got a chance to watch a football game, but most importantly, I got a chance to take photos and laugh and joke and teach and learn and do all of these great things that I never thought could be possible. Because I realized in that moment it wasn't about the game. It wasn't about me going out and seeing some sports thing or coming back and talking sports with you guys. It was about a moment of spending time with someone that you love. And so my positive quote to you is find a way to get around people who love you and who you love. Stop surrounding yourself around people who can't understand who you are and when you're at your worst and don't want to know you when you're at your best unless it benefits them. Find people who just love you for being you, who just want to be around you and smile and laugh with you. If you can just find those people and create that circle, then let me just tell you something. Life doesn't just become life, it becomes heaven on earth. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, because I'm about to be back at it again tomorrow, talking more Detroit Lions after they take a tough loss and looking like they might be saving themselves because a lot of people in the NFC North is not looking good. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, as always, don't be no chump. Please do your research. We are out.